show is called Murmur, and it's about, well, it's named after the process of a bird called the starling, common starling. They're everywhere. When they fly in a large flock, it's called murmuration. So that's, you might have seen it on YouTube before, videos that people have shot of flocks of thousands or even up to 1 million birds that are flying all together, flying almost as one organism. And so I've always been fascinated by that and by the starling itself. I feel like it's a very beautiful bird, very, beautiful plumage and stuff, but also it's an invasive species. They're everywhere. There's too many of them, and they were introduced to North America by a British man who wanted to introduce all of the birds mentioned in Shakespeare to North America. So he set up 20 pairs of starlings free in Central Park in the 1800s, and today there's an estimated 200 million of these birds, everywhere. And they take over other birds' nests, they steal their food, they mimic other bird calls and stuff. But at the same time, I feel like they're a very beautiful creature, and I wanted to show the good side of the starling. I feel like they, people tend to criticize invasive species, and I understand why, but I can't criticize an invasive species because I feel that I myself am an invasive species. So I want to find the commonalities between us and the starling, and I want to look at what's beautiful about them and hope that we can also be beautiful in our invasiveness and do good as opposed to bad, I guess, like in a nutshell. So I started painting on drum skins in 2007. I was living in Montreal for 10 years, and all my friends there are musicians. And we had acquired a big old vintage bass drum that beautiful big piece that had been painted probably in the 40s, I think. And so it wasn't a stretch for some friends to say, oh, we've got some drum skins, do you want to paint them? And I said, yes, I do, and started drawing on them, and it just really blew my mind. Like, it was just a beautiful, it worked out really well. I love the medium, I love the fact that it's something that's been used already. For the most part, all of the pieces in the show have been used, except for a few that I bought new. And yeah, it really works for me. So that's what I started doing, and I've just continued over the years to, as a sort of the fine art side of what I do. I work as an illustrator and a graphic designer, but the fine art stuff has pretty much primarily been on drum skins. So yeah, so that's what I continue to do. This is the first show that I've had in BC. I moved here a year ago, so it's my first solo show in Victoria as a new resident of Victoria, and yeah, it's just really exciting to be able to show art here. People are really receptive and supportive, and yeah, it's been great so far.